And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be doing the level 40 Dragoon quest. So I'm back here at the Observatorium in Corfus, right here. So we need to talk to Alberic now and do the quest. So let's see what we have to do. So the quest is called Unfading Skies, and we'll get the ability Spineshatter Dive. So it says delivers a jumping attack with a potency of 170, additional effect stun, a duration 2 seconds. Okay, so we get a stun jump. So it says, Sir Alberic would send you on your next trial. So you grow ever stronger, and I speak of more than just the flesh. Aye, you are slowly but surely realizing your potential as an Azure Dragoon. It is heartening to look upon, though I must confess that my presiding feeling is one of relief. You must understand, the mere thought that the eye would choose an outsider, one whom I'll ill comprehends the threat posed by the dragons, filled me with the gravest of misgivings. Yet you have, but I shall say no more, lest flattery impede your improvement. Now, during our last lesson, I enlightened you regarding the origins of dragoons. You will recall how Haldraith heroically triumphed over the great Rerim Nidhogg, and Ishgard came into possession of the Eye. Tell me, Mithrie, do you believe that these events truly transpired, or are you inclined to think them fairy tales? I ask you this because few folk have seen dragons in the flesh besides we Ishgardians, and most would as soon dismiss them as products of the imagination. Alas, dragons are no less real than you and I, with Nidhogg perhaps the most real of all. In the course of its history, Ishgard has suffered the creature's wrath on 8 separate occasions. Each time the great Yerm rouses, the blood of countless Ishgardians is spilled. Let us revisit the past once more, Mithrie. The time is 20 summers past, and the place Dravania. After a century in slumber, Nidhogg awakened once more to resume his reign of terror. Entire villages were razed to the ground, their inhabitants reduced to smouldering ash. Sensing the great Yerm's unbridled rage, others of his kind began to rouse, and in such numbers as to blot out the sun with their wings. A deep, foreboding darkness swept over Ishgard. Raging infernos painting the belly of the sky an angry red, the agonized screams of innocence fading into deathly silence. In my station as the Azure Dragoon, I was there through it all, bore witness to all the horrors. But there was no time to offer even a silent prayer. Nidhogg lingered in one place only long enough to lay it to waste, and when he took wing, so too did I pursue him, a man possessed. This game of cat and mouse continued for what seemed an eternity before I found myself face to face with the great Yerm. The battle unfolded in a tiny settlement on the edge of Corfus, raging on for 3 days and 3 nights, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. Remaining on my feet by sheer force of will, I realized that it must now end, else it shouldn't end well. Marshalling, I should say, my last ounce of strength, I wagered all on a single thrust. My lance struck home, burying deep in the ruin of an opponent's empty eye socket. Yet before I could withdraw my weapon, the Yerm lashed out wildly in his agony, dealing a blow that left me sprawled upon the scorched earth, nigh insensate. In that instance I thought myself surely doomed. But Halone was not finished with me. Having lost the taste for battle, Nidhogg let loose a blood-curdling roar before fleeing to the sky. The battle was over. While I did not perish from my injuries, they rendered my body unfit to bear the power of the dragon, and I was Azure Dragoon no more. Lying bedridden, my thoughts wandered to all the innocent lives that had been lost, the people I had failed to protect. That last conflict with the dragons of Dravania left countless orphans in its wake. Estinian is one of them, the sole survivor of Ferndale, the final village to suffer Nidhogg's wrath. With none left to care for him, I did the only thing I could. I took Estinian as my own son, instructing him in the ways of Dragoon when he was an age to learn. Yet, as I would not have you think me noble, my actions were born not to compensate, but of compassion, I should say, not of compassion, but of guilt. My guilt at having failed him. But alas, I have also failed him as a father. For what manner of man did I bring him up to be? A thief who would endanger the life of every one of his countrymen? Aye, you heard me right. All of Ishgard may suffer for his crime, though we know little and less of minds of dragons. It is conceivable that the disturbance surrounding his stolen eye will rouse Nidhogg to awaken once more, that his kin have already stirred from their slumber serves as fair warning of that. Time is not on our side. Fortunately, it would seem you are more than ready to embark on your next trial. Make your way to Witchdrop, where the Knight of Histine awaits your arrival. My nation is depending on you, Mithrie. Okay, so we need to speak with Histine, which is right here. So let's go straight to Count Dragonhead. For now, my return point is Count Dragonhead because I've been doing lots of fates while getting all of my classes towards level 40. And I've done so many Brayfloxes. I've now finished all 3 of the Brayflox sets. I have the entire infantry set, cavalry set, and battle mage sets. So there isn't any more armor I can actually get from Brayflox anymore. So slowly getting towards my target of 50 everything. So next I'll be doing the Disciples of Magic towards 40. Okay, we're almost there. I have to be careful in this area because these monsters are level 48. Level 48 wolf I need for my hunter log eventually. I'll take the ramp just to be safe. As long as you're not in combat, you will never die from fall damage. You'll always have at least 1 HP left. But it's not something I really want to risk, to be honest. Like for example, now I've got Fret and I've got no health. So here is the Histine. You are the one who would aspire to be a Sir Dragoon. Why, you are not even of Ishgard. If you truly possess a power that Sir Albrecht sees in you, then prove it to me with your lance, on guard. Okay, well, apparently we're fighting like 5 at once. Sorry, let's take a look. Just use a quick second wind as well. Get my health as high as possible. Now I'm going to use Life Surge because it means I will heal while doing damage. be wary of your surroundings to make sure that these Vodriggers don't also engage you. So that strength, I have not seen its like since Estian himself stood before me. Mayhap Sir Olberek has the right of it, after all. Return and show your crystal to him. I have no doubt he will be pleased. I'm going to quickly teleport to Count Dragonhead and then run from there. So now that I've hit level 40 with all of my Disciples of War, I am going to look at upgrading all of my accessories, because right now they're level 28, 29, which is a good 10 levels behind. So there is a bunch of accessories I can craft right at level 38, which I'll get for the next video. And also I'll go about upgrading all my weapons, because they can also be upgraded 10 levels. But all these sets, like the infantry and the cavalry and battle mage, will last me until 45, until I get my artifact gear. So they are very good sets to collect, that's for sure, because they'll last you a good like 13 levels at least. And since 2.1 launch, doing dungeons is a good way of getting experience anyway. Okay, let's see what he has to say to me. So, you have passed yet another trial with flying colours, Mithrie. The day when you may stand before Estinian as an equal is not far off. And when that day comes, the Eye will choose you over the traitor. I have no doubt of this, but we must be patient still. For now, you must continue your training. When you can do no more on your own, seek me out once more. Okay, so let's now accept Spineshatter Dive as our new ability. I'm going to go quickly try Spineshatter Dive out just to see how it looks. I guess I'll try and kill one of these sheep that I was unable to kill at level 30 when I first tried it. Okay, so let's try this dive now. So we're trying Spineshatter Dive. Let's do it. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's it. That was the new ability, and that's the level 40 quest done. So just remember that you do this quest obviously in the Observatorium, because that's where the Dragoon quest giver is. So thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.